All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all the praise, all the honor, and all the glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Harakah Kodash, and of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well at Great Millstone. Salaki, give me a second. And, I want to go into this lesson based on health and diet. It's not going to be too long. So this is Ecclesiasticus 30 and 15. Health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. Being healthy, is better than having riches, man. Because there's people in this world, the elite, of Esau, Edom, they got riches, but they're old, all right? They're on death's door, man. Their clock is ticking. Now, I seen a video on YouTube, a short, of this other devil, this other Edomite, that goes by the name Moses the jeweler. And he's talking with some other, man, a young man at that, about watches. And he's telling the young man, he's saying, what you have is more precious than anything I possess. More than all my materialistic items. More than all the gold, more than all the silver, more than all the diamonds, more than all the watches that he had there in stock. And he was saying, do you know what that is? And he's saying, your youth. Having that young, strong body. The elite of Esau, Edom, they got all the riches in the world. But as I said, their clock is ticking, man. Their clock's ticking out. They ain't gonna be able to live another, 40, 50 years. Have more children than they do, deal with women, like young men are able to. All right, so taking care of your body is very important, man. All right, that's pretty much what this scripture is going into, man. That you being healthy, your body working the way it's supposed to, you being able, is of more value than materialistic things, man. All right, because your body is a temple for your soul, for your spirit. So it plays an important role in this faith of ours, man. You gotta take care of your body. Now, me and the brother have been discussing health and things to avoid in your health and your diet, man. And one of those things that you should try your best to, avoid is sugar. Sugar is very bad for you. As it reads, top 8 toxic side effects of sugar. And it says it's been linked to acne. You see a lot of our people, they have acne because our people be eating all these fucking candy, man. Eating all this sugar, man. And carbs convert to sugars. The way you battle sugar and helping your diet is with fiber. Fiber is really important to you. If you're not, eating and then, digesting your food, within the next couple hours, or having a bowel movement, at least 2-3 times a day, that you're sitting on the toilet going poop. If you ain't doing that, man, you need fiber. It says may accelerate the skin aging process. Right. So your body's starting to break down, deteriorate. May increase your risk of heart disease. Can cause weight gain, can lead to fatty liver, fatigue and low energy, weakens your bones, and sugar raises cholesterol. You see that? So it's bad for you, man. Okay? Now there is, natural sugars. What we're really discussing here is processed sugar, added sugars. Okay? Mostly everything you eat contains a form of sugar or breaks down into sugars. Okay? Almost everything that we consume. Almost. Now, fruits and vegetables, they got sugars, right? But the fiber in those fruits and vegetables help break down those sugars, man. Help speed up the process in which your body breaks them down. Okay. Now the evil sugars, I should say, the bad sugars, okay, your donuts, your cereals, your, candies, your chocolates, your sodas, juices. Okay, these things are bad, man. If you want something sweet, eat an apple. All right? Eat half a banana. Now fruits do have sugars, and too much sugar is bad. Okay, eating too many fruits can be bad. Too much of anything, is bad. You need to, do and consume things in moderation. All right? Oh, speaking of that, alcohol contains sugars. You got beer. Beer got carbs. Okay, which beer is pretty much liquid bread, man. Okay? You got alternatives to that, you got wine, all right, which is got less sugars, and then you got, strong drink, hard alcohol, which, brothers, I would stick with, wine, but there's nothing wrong with strong drink, okay? Especially for brothers that, may be diabetic and whatnot. Strong drink, is probably the way to go, okay? Less consumption, consuming hard versus wine, you'll feel the effects quicker, okay? But that's why, you got to be careful when you drink, the strong drink. But anyways, you see that sugars are bad for you, man. And when I say sugars, like processed sugars, added sugars, those are really bad for you, man. All right, when you get honey, try to stick with honey that's in the raw form. If it still has the comb in it, the honeycomb, or it's hasn't been pasteurized, that's good because it has those natural enzymes and good bacterias and whatnot. But anyways, this is just a quick one, man. Brothers need to take care of their body. Brothers should strive, to be healthy. Cause hey, man, when shit hits the fan, it's gonna be rough. And if you're a brother that never fasted, or a brother that's never, had care for his meat, you just eat anything. And when I say anything, of course, things that are lawful. But you're just eating anything, man. When shit hits the fan, and you ain't, been eating no bitter herbs, or, really just practicing being healthy, it's going to be harder for you. So it's wise to start focusing on your health and, things that can assist you, because common sense don't go out the window, man. You know, if you're going to learn how to, you know, go fish or whatnot, maybe you could catch a fish in that day, you know. But Yahweh Bashem Yahushai going to provide for the elect. In this case, just be mindful of your health and sugar consumption. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Harakakwadash. Of course, as always, double honors to our apostles and our elders that rule well. And a great millstone. Until next time, shalom.